All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
First and foremost, we'll start off this lesson by saying, Kal Hala Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Rakal Kadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to the elect, pushing this word in truth and sincerity across the four corners of the earth. And peace and mercy to the sincere Akwat that listen as well. We're going to entitle this lesson, Destruction of Esau, as we're coming close to that. And we're in the midst of that anyways, because Esau's kingdom is slowly crumbling. You know, these prophecies, if you're keeping up with the prophecies, you can see that these prophecies are flying off the page, man. You got so many different things happening on a technological level, on a financial level. You got prophecies breaking out, even on a I guess you could say a nature level. You got all these worldwide catastrophes happening. You know, volcanoes erupting, earthquakes, you know, snow in Texas, right? So all these things are prophecies from the scriptures, and all these things are to come before our Lord Yahushai comes back and, you know, does the final sweep with his kingdom, you know, which is ruled by Esau Edom, right? All right, brother. So
Job 20:21 to 24.
Okay, so Job chapter 21. Job chapter 20.
21 to 24.
21 to 24. And it says, surely he shall not feel quietness in his belly. He shall not save of that which he desired.
So all that money that Esau's trying to, you know, save, they're focused on building up their wealth so that they can use that wealth to hide away the 1%. They're focused on right now, especially right now. They're trying to take control of everything, trying to get all the money, trying to make everything digital so they can shut you off if they want to control you. But all these things they're trying to take control of, they're not going to be able to keep it, man. It's all going to be destroyed regardless.
That's right. Verse 21, it says, there shall none of his meat be left. Therefore shall no man look for his goods.
So all of the cup of everything that's in their cup of abominations in America, because that's the first place that's going to be destroyed, and everything everyone else that's connected with them. There's nothing of their philosophy that's going to be left.
That's right.
It's all going to be destroyed with them.
That's right.
And then all what's to come after that is Yahushai's philosophies, and that's it.
That's right. Because when you go into the word meat is synonymous with substance, right? So when you see here, it says, there shall none of his meat be left. So, you know, a good example of that is their financial system. You know, in the day of destruction, you know, the financial system's already destroyed, really. You know, there's no backings behind the American dollar or the Canadian dollar. You know, and funny, a recent pop-up I saw on Instagram, it said that the Canadian dollar is the most filthiest dollar around, right? And so, you know, none of his stuff, like his infrastructure that he has in his society, that's a part of his meat, is going to be destroyed. Like the brother said, his philosophies, which are being destroyed right now through the word of Yahweh Bashim Ashai, which is being prophesied, you know, through his prophets, right? Therefore shall no man look for his goods. And you already see people, you know, deserting the so-called American dream. You know, they're not looking for, like, a lot of these different countries, these world leaders are banning America from coming in and doing agriculture with the farms. So a lot of these different countries, they don't want nothing to do with America. You know, America just put sanctions on Turkey, and you know what Turkey did? They went and joined, became allies with Russia. You know, so these people, these other nations have awakened and are waking up even more to, you know, the emptiness of America, the filthiness of America. Right?
And that's the spirit that Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai put on them. Because he knows that they're going to be destroyed. All those other countries, Russia, they're all going to turn on them.
Yeah.
These people that they think are their allies, they see the foolishness that's going on there too.
That's right. Let me find. I think I got a quick precept for you actually. Proverbs. Khan, this is based off what you said, because you said the Most High put the spirit on the leaders of these other nations to be like that towards America. This is Proverbs 21:1. The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord, Yahweh. As the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will. So, we were just talking about the word heart before this thing, right? That's talking about the mind. So the Most High has the reins and the control over these world leaders' minds, and he's controlling them to do his bidding. Because this is all about the will of Yahweh Bashim El Shai in the end of the day. Everything that's happening, all the prophecies, the destruction, all of it is all about Yahweh Bashim El Shai's will. Okay?
It's his chess game.
Yeah, exactly.
He's looking at Biden laughing, man.
Con. So Job 20:23, it says, or 22, in the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits.
So he thinks that he has full control. The elect, the Rothschilds, all those guys, they all think that they think they're controlling. Yeah, the elite. Yeah. They all think that they're in control.
That's right.
They think that Biden and their puppet. They think all those political puppets they have they're doing exactly what they want. But the elect thinks that
the elite.
Elite. It's like the elite think that they're in control of everything that's going on, but it's all by the will of Yahweh.
That's right.
And that they're as soon as their bellies feel full, that's when they're going to be rained upon.
That's right, Khan. That's right. Exactly. That's the point, because it says in the fullness of his sufficiency. So when you feel like, it's just like when you eat food, right? And you ate that food and it was good. You feel full and you feel satisfied, but then your stomach doesn't react well with the food, and then you puke it all up. That's Esau. That's what the brother's saying, man. When Esau feels full and he feels like everything is going his ways, that's when missiles is gonna start raining down, and then after the missiles, you're gonna have chariots and Yahweh Shai. So, hey, like the brother said, like they don't know this is the Most High's chess game, not theirs, right? But that's the spirit. The Most High put that spirit on them, because to believe that is of their own will. Because he did the same thing to Pharaoh. He hardened Pharaoh's heart. So he hardened his mind. He made him stubborn, so that the Most High can do what? Show and bring forth his power. Right? So it was for a purpose. Again, and that's the Most High is doing the exact same thing in today's time. Because America is spiritually Egypt. So the Most High is doing the same thing. And what happened after the Most High, did what he did with Egypt? The rest of the rest of the world, the known world in the Eastern Hemisphere, was afraid of Israel, and they knew of the name of Yahweh Bashim El Shai. So the whole world in today's time, the whole world is gonna know of the name of Yahweh Bashim El Shai. So it really goes back to glorifying him through destructions. But the Christians won't tell you that. They think about glorifying the Lord through love. Does it look like we live in a place full of love? How are you going to glorify the Lord here? Through love. If you're not in the truth. You know what I mean? So I'll read that again. In the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. And that word straits is doesn't mean like it means like a hard time, difficult time. Bondage, yeah. Like when you're in a straitjacket, you can't move. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. Right? And that wicked is the other nations. They're gonna start, beginning with Russia.
I was about to say that.
You're gonna say that, yeah. You want me to go to 24, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll read verse 23 now. When he is about to fill his belly, Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him.
Missiles and chariots, like the brother said.
Yeah, con. And shall rain it upon him while he is eating. You know, just when he thinks, just like, and that's indicative to basically more like the chip, the RFID chip, because that's when he's going to be eating, because he's going to be chipping everybody. He's going to be chipping everybody, and that's why the chip is it's the last prophecy before the destruction of America. The last prophecy is a chip. You know, and while he's doing that, he's going to be chipping everybody and looking to chip the elect. But that's why, you know, the elect are going to receive, you know, in that time, you know, if we're of the elect, Lord willing, beginning with the apostles on down, you could be in a situation and where you might die for the truth. You might be a martyr for the truth. Or you could be in a situation where the Most High gives you a way out. Maybe that may be through spiritual powers or whatever. Just when Esau's trying to trip you, and then boom, you get beamed up. You know?
Amazon's already working on that too.
Yeah, right.
Trying to come with their chips, man.
I've seen that still. Verse 24, he shall flee from the iron weapon and bow, and the bow of steel shall strike him through.
Even as the one of the elders were talking about the fact that the elite, a lot of them are starting to build bunkers. Like there's this company, I forgot the company name, it's my mind right now, but that company builds bunkers, and they're saying that their productivity went up by, I think it was like 200% or 2,000%. All the elite were building bunkers, and these are luxury bunkers too, with gyms, you know, widescreen TV, movie theaters. In these bunkers, they're trying to hide away, but they're going to be sitting in their comfy bunkers with their stomachs full, and they're going to be pierced by the missiles. There's no hiding. And even if they do survive, because some of them will, that's when Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai is going to come down with the elect and the angels, and he's going to pluck them out, put them into slavery,
that's right,
destroy them, man.
That's right. I'll read that again, Khan. Verse 20, Job 20 and 24, he shall flee from the iron weapon, right? Like the brother said, that some of them will be in their bunkers, and the iron weapon represents the ICBM missiles, okay, nuclear missiles. And the bow of steel shall strike him through, right? So some are going to get caught by the missiles, some aren't, right? I got a quick precept for that. Job 18 and 11, it says, terrors shall make him afraid on every side, and shall drive him to his feet. Right? So, you know, there's going to be destruction on all fronts, you know, and people are going to be scatterbrained and running all over the place and being destroyed and all this, and the elites are going to run into their bunkers, right? And they're going to stay there falsely, it's going to stay there with their false sense of hope, their false sense of safety, actually, you know, just to save themselves for slavery.
Khan.
You know,
they're gonna suffer tenfold.
Khan, exactly.
Next is Zechariah 14 and 2. Sorry, 14 and 12.
14 and 12. This is Zechariah chapter 14, verse 12, and it reads, and this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord Yahweh will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem.
So, like I said, they're going to get it tenfold, man. They think that all their abominations that they did in the past can just be, you know, wiped aside. That's why a lot of Esau now, they're trying to go the love everybody doctrine too. They want Jake to love them, and they want all the nations to love them and try to protect them. That's what they're trying to hide the truth, and that's why the truth bothers them so much. Because Esau knows they're Esau. They know they're made to be destroyed.
Yeah, they know that they're the devil. Yeah, they don't want people to. You're right, because they don't want the other nations. Esau wants the other nations to like them, to love them, but they don't want the other nations to know that they're the devil. But the other nations and the rest of the world are waking up to that because the truth is coming out. You know?
When you talk to a lot of people that, even if they aren't in the truth, you could tell that the spirit is starting to wake up, because they look at Esau and they call them like they know these people are they're evil.
Yeah, look at America.
Looking at them. Yeah. Con.
Yeah, a lot of these people look at America like, yo, I wouldn't even live there. I'm happy here in Canada, or I'm happy here wherever I am. You know? Where before it used to be like, yo, like America is that place.
The dream.
Yeah. Come on. And this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Now with Jerusalem, that's, you know, yes, talking about all of Israel and the slavery we went through, and the other nations are going to be are part of the people. But it's also talking about the elect, right? Because the other nations and Esau and Israel fought against the elect, right? So the plague, the missiles are going to destroy all the people that came against this truth. You know?
2/3 too, yep.
That's right. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet.
You know, what can do that kind of damage? That's the missiles, man. The nuclear missiles. They're gonna burn away so fast that it's their feet are gonna be left there. And like the body's just gonna get blown away like that. Their feet are gonna be left there, gonna be melted. Their tongues are gonna melt.
Left there.
Just the shoes, man.
Yeah, God. And it says, their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth. You know, a good picture of that, a good illustration of that is Terminator. I think Terminator 2, where a missile hit, and there was a lady holding onto the fence, and her whole flesh just consumed. Her eyes consumed literally out of her sockets. Her mouth was open. Her tongue consumed within her mouth. And all that was left hanging onto the fence was her skeleton. You know? So that's for real. You want me to continue?
Yeah, now Zephaniah, that was all of 12? Okay, Zephaniah.
That was all 12.
Zephaniah 1 and 14.
Okay. Zephaniah
1 and 14, and you can go to 15.
Okay.
Maybe go to 18, see what the Spirit takes us.
Okay, come Zephaniah chapter 1, start at 14?
Yeah.
Okay, Zephaniah chapter 1 and 14, and it says, the great day of the Lord Yahweh is near. It is near.
All the revelations, man.
That's right.
It's like Biden falling up the stairs is spiritual too. Mm-hmm. Babylon is falling, man.
Yeah, because he fell 3 times.
Yeah, Khan, like, and who tripped? One of the brothers said this at camp, like, who trips upstairs, man?
Yeah, Khan. Yeah.
3 times in a row. Like, oh,
that's true. Because that's funny, because Esau thinks he's going to the top, but he's gonna fall on the way up there.
Khan, that's funny.
The great day of the Lord Yahweh is near. It is near and hasteneth greatly. Even the voice of the day of the Lord Yahweh, the mighty man shall cry there bitterly.
Like we said, they think they're gonna sit there with their belly full, and it's gonna feel like it came out of nowhere. Although we knew it was coming, but to him it's gonna feel like it came out of nowhere, and he's gonna be crying. All the things that he worked for, all the abominations he's been building, is gonna be destroyed. And time really is moving faster. I don't know if you guys have felt it as well. Like even this past week flew by. Like I was talking to my clients and they felt the same way.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't even have to be in the truth to feel that. Yeah, you're right. Because everybody's feeling that, man. Time is flying. Verse 15, that day is a day of wrath, a day of trouble, a day of distress, a day of wasteness. You gotta look up some of these words. You know, it's going to wrath.
Wrath?
Yeah. And then wasteness. Just you got a vivid picture of what we're talking about here. Because, you know, it's all about bringing these scriptures to life.
Wrath is anger, angry, intense anger, usually on an epic scale. Belligerence aroused by a real or supposed wrong, personified as one of the deadly sins.
So the Most High, hey man, everybody, including the elect, have committed sins unto death. But the elect have gotten that favor and that grace because they're still trying to be righteous and they fear Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. But the rest of the world, the Most High is going to come down with wrath, man. That's what you call his indignation, which means righteous anger. So what are these churches talking about? You know?
Well, one thing the church is talking, and I got into this with one of my boys recently. He's calls himself a Christian, but he seems like he's starting to have a spiritual awakening too. When it comes to the laws, like he found out, he knows that there's a lot of laws, and he's saying, we can't really follow all the laws because, he brought up the fact that they used to sacrifice a lamb every day or every so often, and he's like, we can't follow that. But I'm like, why are you looking at that law? At least go for the low hanging fruit. Like you can follow what you can. Of course, it's hard to follow in the flesh nowadays, and in Esau's nation, because he's in rulership right now, it's hard to follow some of those laws, but follow what you can. You don't pick and choose.
Come on, I got a precept for you, brother. This is Romans 3 and 31, and it says, I'll start at 30. Seeing it is one power which shall justify the circumcision by faith. The circumcision is Israel, right? By faith, and the uncircumcision through faith. So the circumcision is the Israelites that knew that they were Israelites, and the uncircumcised were the Israelites who didn't know they were Israelites. Because circumcision was a custom of ours. I think within the first 8 days of being born, an Israelite baby was supposed to be, an Israelite man was supposed to be circumcised, right? But this is spiritual because, we fell away. We became Gentiles and we fell away from the law, statutes, commandments of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. That's why it says the uncircumcision through faith. Verse 31. Do we then make void the law through faith? Which is what you were saying. Yahweh forbid. Yea, we establish the law. So just like what the brother said, man, just because you believe on Yahweh Bashim Yahushai now, you're a man of faith or you're a woman of faith, does that mean you make void the law? You just throw away the law? Yahweh forbid. Forbid means no. So you establish it still. And establish, if I'm not mistaken, it means to make public. So you're still supposed to keep it, man. To the best of your abilities, obviously.
All
right.
What was the other word you wanted me to search on?
Oh yeah, there's so this wasteness too. Wasteness.
Wasteness.
You can just go waste.
Okay, waste. Waste, devastated, ravage, ruin.
Ravaged. Hey man, you women that don't want to fall in line, that should tickle your ear. That should tickle your ear, because right now you women are comfortable. If a man goes and forces himself upon you, that you can go run to the government, you can run to Esau and get money, get justification, and get all this stuff. But what happens when there is no law? What are you gonna do then? Well, these women are gonna be ravished, man. There's a lot of men out here that are just, holding back their charge. Just charging their batteries because they're watching. You got creeps all over the place, man. They're watching, and when all hell breaks loose, best believe Big Booty Judy across the street is going to be ravished. And that's like, it's funny to talk about how it sounds, but that's just like the truth, man. In the ancient times, you don't think women were raped? Or I should say ravished, so they don't cut off this video on YouTube. I should say ravished, but that's what it was, man. So it's important for a woman, and that's really to put your women back into humility, man. Because that's what most women in the society lack, is humility. They're all prideful, and so the Most High is gonna put them back in humility.
And that's Yahweh's already putting that spirit out there, because all these women are coming out with talking about, oh, they're being followed by different men.
I seen that video in Vancouver.
Yeah, bro, I see it all over social media now. All over social media, and an example of this feminist spirit is what Quavo and Sweetie.
Yeah.
This guy spent $2 million on her, and her net worth is what $4 million. He spent $2 million on her, spent time with her, and she says it wasn't enough.
That's why she cut him off. Hey, man.
These girls, man, all they want is money.
Yeah.
It's foolishness. They act like they don't need a man. Yet when they're pregnant, what are they doing?
Well, right now they don't. Right now, women don't need men in this society, man. That's just the reality. Esau has. That's why the scriptures say that. I don't remember the scripture off the top of my head, but roughly paraphrasing, a man should surpass a woman, or a woman should surpass a man. Behold, I have made a new thing. So it's a new thing that a woman should surpass a man. So in this society, this is how we know this is Esau society. Okay, because a woman doesn't actually need a man. You think in Yahweh B'Shem Yoshai society that women are going to be able to be independent? They're not built to be independent. If we go back to the law, a daughter is brought up under the household of her father, keeps the home, and then her father gives her off to another man. And then so now she's under the protection, okay, and rulership of that man. Women have keepers, man, because they are a possession. You don't just leave a possession out in the open, because then anybody will rob it.
Help me, man.
Yeah, help me. That's right. Okay, so going back to Zephaniah. So Zephaniah 1 and 14. The great day of the Lord Yahweh is near. It is near and hasteneth greatly. Even the voice of the day of the Lord Yahweh, the mighty man shall cry there bitterly. That day is a day of wrath, a day of trouble and distress, a day of wasteness and desolation, a day of darkness and gloominess.
Total destruction, man.
That's right. And this goes into the mentality of people as well. You know, being dark, gloomy. You're gonna see some real freaks out here, man. Those movies of like what was that one movie that had all the villains that it was like a Marvel movie. It had all the villains. It had like the female Joker, Harley Quinn, and then it had.
I don't remember what it was called either. I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, but it's something. I forgot what it was called, but basically, you know, the true manner of people is gonna be, you know, it's gonna come out, man. You know, things that you see in movies, how wicked people can be in movies, that's gonna be real life.
Like that one, I think you'll know the name of this movie. The movie where they give you 24 hours to do whatever you want.
Purge. That's the spirit. I was just thinking of that. Yeah.
But it's gonna be like that all the time because there's gonna be no law for more than 24 hours, man. Law's gonna be completely gone. These guys are gonna be going around killing each other or even taking whatever they want.
That's right.
Your madness.
Gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness. Clouds are chariots, man.
I was just thinking.
Yeah, go ahead, brother. Yeah, go ahead.
I was just thinking that, man. Yeah, the clouds are the chariots, man, because that's when Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai is coming. He's coming in anger and fire.
Yeah.
These 2,000 years have been like, what, 2 days to him.
That's right.
He's coming with those clouds, chariots, burning everything, destroying. That's why it's gonna be that mood.
That's right.
The 2/3 and all of Esau and all those nations are gonna be destroyed.
That's right. Verse 16. A day of the trumpet and alarm against the fenced cities and against the high towers. And
that trumpet is it's another sign of Yahweh coming. It's the song, man. It's the song, because these scriptures are songs to us, and that's the song of destruction.
Yeah, you know, truly, we're in that day. We're just not at the climax of it. Because we're blowing the trumpet right now. Isaiah 51 says, "Blow ye the trumpet." Actually, let me get that real quick. Jeremiah 51. This is Jeremiah 50. Nope, Jeremiah 51. Come on. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, I will raise up against Babylon and against them that dwell in the midst of... Okay, no, Slack. It's Jeremiah 50. The word of the Lord Yahweh spake against Babylon and against the land of the Chaldeans by Jeremiah the prophet. Declare ye among the nations, and publish, and set up a standard, publish, and conceal not. Say, Babylon is taken, Bel is confounded, Murdoch is broken in pieces. Her idols are confounded, her images are broken in pieces. Yeah, that's a good one. That's the alarm. But the one I'm looking for is exactly my fault. I think it's Isaiah 51.
As you're reading that, I have a precept as well.
Yeah, go ahead.
Psalms 149:5. Let the saints be joyful in glory. Let them sing aloud upon their beds. Let the high praises of Yahweh be in their mouth, and the two-edged sword in their hand.
Ooh,
to execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishments upon the people, to bind their kings with chains and their nobles with feathers of iron.
Yeah, which is what we're gonna do, once we get that spiritual power.
Khan.
Right?
All those guys hiding out in the bunkers, all the supposed rulers of this world are gonna be put into slavery, man.
Yeah. Khan. You want to look that up, that precept? Spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet.
Spare not.
Jeremiah, I'm pretty sure.
It's coming up.
Go, let's say, lift up thy voice. You go on Google too, it's probably better.
Okay, let's try here one more time. Job, canst not lift up thy voice to clouds that abundance, Sam, Psalms.
No, that's not that one.
Lift up thy voice.
58.
Okay.
There you go, Isaiah 58. Okay, come. Salah. Isaiah 58:1. It says, this is going back to that trumpet. Isaiah 58:1. Cry out loud, spare not. Lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and show my people their transgressions, and the house of Israel their sins. Go ahead. That's
Khan.
going back to that precept that we were talking about with the trumpet in
Zephaniah.
Yeah, I'll read that precept one more time, and then you can break that down. Zephaniah 1:16. A day of trumpet and an alarm against defense cities. That's right, because America is a fenced city. And fence means protection. All these cities are protected. We're protected at one point, but now the truth is coming out.
All these armies they have, all these weapons they're creating, are it's knowledge from Yahweh.
That's
From
right.
Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai. So imagine what they're coming with. And they think they're protected with all these weapons they're creating, all these abominations they're creating.
That's right.
But it's really just a toy to Yahweh and to Yahushai. They're gonna come down destroyed. All the cities are gonna be burnt down, destroyed. They're gonna be put into slavery, and the elect are gonna be beamed up and taking everyone into slavery, and just rewrite the whole world to a righteous world. No more abominations.
It says, and against the high towers, the governments, man, because they're the high mountains, so they're gonna be destroyed. And I will bring distress upon men, that they shall walk like blind men, because they have sinned against the Lord Yahweh, and their blood shall be poured out as dust, and their flesh as dung.
They're already blind right now. They're already walking. They're already zombies. But Yahweh's gonna treat them as they've been treating him, like they're not real. It's gonna come down destroyed, no second thought.
That's right. Verse 18. Neither their silver nor their gold shall be able to deliver them in the day of the Lord's wrath. But, so you can't pay your way out of destruction, man. Or nor can you pay your way into salvation. It says, buy your way, Slake. It says, but the whole land shall be devoured by the fire of his jealousy. Why is he jealous? Because Israel is serving other gods, man. So that's why he's jealous.
And like the scriptures say, we're like a woman unto Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai.
That's right.
Imagine your woman serving another man.
Yeah.
You're gonna want to destroy them.
That's right. And really, man, like all of Israel, like really the whole world, he's jealous. He's mainly jealous of Israel, right? Because that's his people. But the Most High runs the world, and he made everybody, right? So these other nations are going out of order, right? And they're coming against the apple of his eye, which is Israel, the elect, right? So the Most High is jealous that kids. You know, in the beginning of Egypt, he had glory. Like the Most High, the whole world knew about Yahweh, and about his power. Now we live in a world where that's barely even known. Right? It's known among Israel and is being professed, but when destruction comes, and you know, Yahushua comes with the chariots, that's when it's really going to be known. Even the other nations are going to be keeping the laws, man. All right. It says. Okay, it says, neither their silver nor their gold shall be able to deliver them in the day of the Lord's Yahweh's wrath, but whole land shall be devoured by the fire of his jealousy. For he shall make even a speedy riddance of all them that dwell in the land.
All them.
Yeah.
Like we said, their flesh is gonna fly right off. All that's gonna be left are the shoes. Let's get out Revelation 6:13.
Okay.
Gonna be destroyed like dung. Worth nothing. They're shit, man. These zombies.
Revelation 6:13.
Yeah.
Revelation 6:13. And the stars of heaven fell onto the earth.
And those stars is Yahushai and the angels and the elect coming onto the earth to destroy it, man. Destroy what's left.
That's right. Even as a fig tree casting her untimely figs.
And it's only untimely to Esau.
Mm-hmm.
It's timely to us, man.
That's right. That's right. For a thief in the night. The day of the Lord is it's like a thief in the night, right? Coming when they don't expect it. Because it says they should preach peace and safety, and sudden destruction shall befall on them. It says, when she is shaken of a mighty wind. That's right.
And that wind, pretty sure that the wind means all of the angels that are coming, right? To
destroy the missiles. Missiles.
Gone.
That's right.
And the missiles.
That's right. Because it says, I'll read it again. It says, Revelation 6:13, and the stars of heaven fell onto the earth, even as a fig tree. Actually, let me start at 12. Revelation 6:12. And I beheld when he had opened the sixth seal, and lo, there was a great earthquake, and the sun became black. And what's Bill Gates trying to do right now? He's trying to black out the sun, because he says that it will slow down or stop global warming. Like the sun's the problem. The sun's the problem for global warming. Esau's a devil, man. And the sun became black as sackcloth of the air, and that's really going to be done by the clouds. Because when a missile hits, man, it says 200 million missiles. So when they hit, the clouds are going to be full of smoke, right? And so it's going to be darkened, so you're not going to be able to see the sun, man. That's how thick the clouds are going to be. And it says, and the moon became as blood, and we've seen many blood moons, man. Red moons over the years, which is a sign. And it says, and the stars of heaven fell onto the earth, even as a fig tree casteth her untimely figs when she is shaken of a mighty wind. So when you think of a tree, when you shake a tree, the leaves fall down onto the earth. Right?
That's gonna be the missiles.
That's gonna be the missiles, and it's also gonna, like you said, the coming of Yahushua and the elect. Because it's gonna be a dark cloud, right? And so people are gonna be like, "What's going on?" And all of a sudden, chariots are gonna be flying through those clouds, and Yahushua and the elect are gonna be flying through those clouds, destroying things. You know, so that tree is the earth. It's gonna be shaken to and fro because the missiles hitting it. bang, 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 and then you have chariots coming down on top of that. You know,
just like what was that? What was that place that got hit with a missile a couple months ago? There's people having a wedding and everything there, and they got hit with,
oh, that was last year.
Was that like Syria or something?
Yeah, that was somewhere in Middle East.
That was only a taste of it, man.
Yeah, that was last year.
That was a small missile.
I think actually it was. I think you're talking about the plant that blew up during the wedding. It was like a.
Oh, it's a plant.
Yeah, it was.
That's just enough.
Yeah, but the destruction was like a missile.
Kind.
Yeah, it was like a missile. Yeah, there's certain places. There was a place in Israel too. The Palestinians, they were getting rained on with missiles as well. Not ICBM missiles at least, but they were getting rained on with other kind of missiles. I just kind of forgot what kind they were. You wanted to continue, or that was it?
You can go right down to 17.
Okay, verse 14, it says, "And the heaven departed as a scroll when it is rolled together."
So that's the clouds. That's how the clouds are gonna look, man.
That's right.
When the scrolls roll together, it looks almost like a mushroom.
Yeah.
That's how the clouds look after the aftermath of a missile.
Yeah. Mushroom cloud. Rolled together, and every mountain and island were moved out of their place. And the kings of the earth, and the great men, and the rich men, and the chief captains, and the mighty men, and every bondman, and every free man, hid themselves in the dens, and in the rocks of the mountains.
That's those bunkers. And that's funny because that's just Esau going back to where they came from, man. Back to the mountains. But then that's those bunkers.
That's funny.
Man. That's
funny.
those bunkers. So everything that that brings up a thought, like everything that has happened already happened before. So he's just going right back to the beginning, trying to hide back in those mountains, run from Yahweh again. But they're gonna be taken out and put into slavery. Everything that they did is gonna be tenfold.
That's right. It says themselves in the dens and in the mountains. And you know what's a good movie that illustrates that is Kingsman. You know, because in that movie, only the rich were allowed to hide away in the bunkers, and the bunkers were in mountains. Right.
That's funny.
Verse 16, and said to the mountains and rocks, fall on us, and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne, and from the wrath of the Lamb.
That's funny. That just shows that Esau knows what's coming. They know it's coming. They think they can hide from it.
That's right. That lamb is Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai was a sacrificial lamb when he was here, but he's going to come back as a lion. He left as a lamb. He's going to come back as a lion. And it says, for the great day of his wrath is come, and who shall be able to stand? Even the elect are not going to be. Even the elect are not going to stand. They're going to get beamed up.
And it says though, I forgot what verse this was or where it was, but it says all the people on earth are going to fall to their knees.
Yeah, Khan. Yeah, somewhere in Revelation actually, because they all the eyes that pierce him shall see him. So all of them, and in that time, everybody's going to get their memory back. Most High is going to bestow the memory on every human being, and so you're going to know all the wicked things you did, and you're going to know if you're one of the men that pierced Yahweh Shai. So all that memory is going to come back, and that's why they're going to be so afraid, because they remember everything. You know, it's going to be one hell of a day. Is that it on that?
Maybe we can finish off there.
Okay, Khan. Yeah, a couple more. That was it.
Yeah.
Khan. Okay, so the point was made. So, Khan, you know, Lord willing, this video was edifying. We're gonna close out by saying, Kal Hala Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of the great millstone. Salutation to the elect, pushing this word in truth and sincerity across the four corners of the earth. Peace and mercy to the sincere Akwat that listen. Abad Babal,
Kwame
Kwame Yashra'Allah,
Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom.